Coach Fedora was talking about the fact you guys just need to build depth on the offensive line, and Saturday helped in that regard because guys got to learn a lot. How long is that process where you can get maybe 2 or 3 guys that you can be fairly comfortable with if they need to be called on in the opener?
Well, it's going to be an everyday process, and I really feel like, right now there's a couple spots we may play a couple of guys in the games and really just see who can rise to the occasion, and maybe 2 guys are equal and we can play 2 guys, which I think is great if we can keep some guys fresh, But we looked at it going into today's practice, and our 2 deep, we had of the 10, 7 were freshmen and sophomores, and the 8th really is a sophomore playing wise. So the only way you can fix youth is by getting reps, and those guys just getting used to playing with each other.
Is there a delicate balance by getting a guy's rep at a certain position or being able to get them comfortable playing 2 positions because of the need for interchangeable parts?
Well, that's the hard part. When they got more experience, it's easier to bounce them around. But right now, when you take a young guy who's just learning that guard spot and you move him to center, it blows his mind. Yeah. And so you're trying not to just, to stop his progress at both positions then. But today, we had to move Brad Henson to center and get some reps there, and he's been battling at right guard with Cohen. So, in the end, he held up pretty well today. In the end, that's going to help us. It just, you got some rough patches doing it, but in the end, that's going to help us.
In more traditional offensive sets, the tight ends are offensive linemen too. They block a lot, and they're responsible for a lot of the scheme there. In your set, with what you guys run, how much is the tight end a part of that group?
They're called hybrids, and that's because they're half receiver, half tight end, really. And so there is some blocking involved. We're doing more this year probably with moving those guys around than we have in the past. But there's times they got to be attached, their hand in the dirt, and there's times they got to get in the backfield. So every day we spend a portion of that time with the tight ends and tackles working together in some combination drills.
When you have a physical guy like Jack as opposed to Eric, Jack's a little more physical, does that factor into it as well?
Definitely. We definitely feel like there's some things we can do with him that we weren't able to do last year, no question.
Thank you.
You bet.